Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome back for another edition of Health Class. So today we will be continuing our STI or STD, sexually transmitted infection or sexually transmitted disease episode. And we will be discussing today one of the common STIs or STD that we have out there. It's syphilis. So, we will be discussing about the stages of syphilis, how can it be prevented, how can it be spread, what are the treatment, what are the tests. So, if you want to find out more, please keep on watching. My name is Ryan and I'm specializing in diabetes, men's sexual health, alcohol and drugs, primary care, and medicinal cannabis. We will be moving forward and we will be discussing syphilis today. First and foremost, we'll be defining syphilis. What is syphilis? Syphilis is caused by bacteria called Treponema pallidum. Is a bacterial sexually transmitted infection. It starts with a sore that often is painless on genitals, mouth, and rectum. It is spread through oral, vaginal, and anal sex. A lot of people would ask, how can you spread syphilis? And how can't you spread syphilis? Well, you can't spread syphilis through toilet seats, doorknobs, swimming pools, hot tubs, bathtubs, clothings, or utensils. You can spread syphilis through oral, vaginal, and anal sex. There are 4 stages of syphilis: primary, secondary, latent, and tertiary. Each stage has different signs and symptoms. Let's talk about primary stage first. In primary stage, you may notice a single or multiple sores, just like in the picture. Sores can be found in, on, or around the penis, vagina, anus, rectum, lips, and around the mouth. Sores are firm, round, and painless. Because of this, you may not notice that you have sores, and you may not notice that it could be a sign of syphilis. Sores lasts 3 to 6 weeks and heals regardless of whether you received treatment. But it is good to receive treatment to stop it from moving to secondary stage. So what is secondary stage? In secondary stage, you may have skin rashes and or sores may be present still, but this stage usually starts with a rash on one or more areas of your body. Rashes can be on palms or bottoms of feet and look rough, red, or reddish brown. Rashes usually won't itch. Other symptoms in the secondary stage are fever, swollen lymph glands, sore throat, hair loss, headaches, weight loss. With the right treatment, these symptoms will go away effectively. Now let's move on to the latent stage. This is a period when there are no visible signs or symptoms. Without treatment, your body continues to have syphilis for years. This means that you may have syphilis and you might not know it, and you could be living your life for years and years with syphilis because there's no signs and symptoms. That's why it's called latent stage. So if you met someone new and you had some sexual intercourse with this person that you don't know, you need to consult your doctor and do some blood tests to test yourself for sexually transmitted diseases, including syphilis. Now for the last stage, which is called tertiary stage. This stage is very rare to happen, but this is where it can affect other organs of the body, like the heart, the veins, the brain, and the nervous system. This is very serious and could result in death. So if your brain is affected, we call it neurosyphilis, and if your eyes are affected, we call it ocular syphilis, and if your ears are affected, we call it otosyphilis. Now, we've mentioned earlier to have a test for STI, including syphilis. What are these tests that you can do to find out if you've got syphilis or not? A simple visit to your doctor and tell your doctor about your circumstance. Example, if you've met someone new and you had intercourse with this person, then you need to tell your doctor, especially if you're having signs and symptoms. But the general test to screen yourself for syphilis and other STI or sexually transmitted infections is blood test. So yes, when to see a doctor? See a doctor if you've noticed an unusual discharge, sore, rash, especially in the groin area and in the private area. If you had unprotected sex, example for that is you were not wearing condom when you had sex or your partner did not wear condom. If you have multiple partners, and if you know that that person whom you had sex with has active sexually transmitted infections. So if you were diagnosed with STI, especially syphilis, what is the treatment for it? Syphilis is easily treatable. The treatment involves one injection of an antibiotic called penicillin or an oral antibiotic called doxycycline for a few days. Some facts about syphilis. The bacteria enters the body through minor cuts or scrapes in the skin or in some moist inner lining of some body parts. Most contagious in stages primary and secondary. So that means the stages primary and secondary are the most crucial stages of syphilis. Syphilis raises the risk of developing HIV. There you go, everyone. This is just a very basic and brief education session about syphilis. I'll see you again on our next health class. Stay safe and be healthy.